Hey everyone, I hope 2024 was a good year for all of you and you're ending it well. And I'm wishing you all a great and healthy 2025. Happy New Year to all of you. Today I'm going to quickly discuss about the AI agents. I have recently dropped some demos of an AI agent, and post that I have been getting a lot many DMs asking me, how I did that, what are the AI agents, and how, we can build them. So I just thought to do this brief introduction to AI agents. I'm just not going to take much of time. I'm quickly going to discuss, what is an AI agent, how does the agentic systems will look like, and what are the key frameworks which at least I think will are the key ones, um, which we can use to build some agentic softwares. So AI agents is as quite a new thing, and it's been said that in 2025 will be the first year when they will start coming to production systems. Um, if you are following AI space closely, you may have already seen some of the AI agentic systems like Cursor AI or Windsurf, which are AI enabled IDEs for coding and software development. Or you may have seen the Bolt.new. So all those are AI agentic systems. These are more focused on coding and software development, but the similar kind of approach can be used in any different scenario for any different industry, right? So I'll quickly explain, what those are, and I hope this will help you. So, what is an AI agent? It's basically you can think of it as a logical software entity that consists of key three ideas. One is, it has some intelligence, which can be provided by an LLM or a foundational model or a fine-tuned model. Um, this is the intelligence or the brain of an agent. It has some tool set or tool sets. That means basically a group of tools with the help of which the agent can perform some actions or operations in the physical or the digital world. Think of tools like methods or functions which can do something for concretely, like reading a file or writing a file or accessing a web page or sending an email, right? Or think of anything, generating an image. All these are functions which do something and concretely do something, right? So that's the tool. So agent have an access to a set of tools which are capabilities of that agent, and agent also have its own memory or knowledge base normally, but you can have an agent without that too. But I think it makes more sense to have a knowledge, because you would like your agent to learn over a period of time. You like your agent to experience and remember those experiences, whether it's interacting with other agents or interacting with the users. So it needs to keep track of things and build its own memory as it performs actions, right? So that is an agent. So it's a logical entity. Think of it as, if technically you want to think of it as a class that has access to intelligence, some actionable tools, and some memory, right? Now what an agent can do. Agent in itself is powerful, but when multiple agents come together, it becomes super powerful system, right? So this is a kind of a agentic system where we can have more than one agents, and each agent have its own intelligence, tools, and memory. And agents can talk to each other. They can give commands to each other. They can exchange information between each other, um, and they can perform multiple tasks. So think of it as, let's say an agent one is highly capable in coding, so it's an expert coder. Agent 2 is an experienced software engineer, which is very good in code reviews. So the responsibility of Agent 2 is to do the code review, and agent 3 may be a super smart QA tester, right? So if they work together, they can build something great in software, right? So it's like similar like humans, right? We come together in teams and perform large level tasks, right? We achieve more than what an individual can achieve when we come together as a team. Similarly, agents, when they come together, they can achieve more than what a single agent can achieve. So they can break down a larger problem, and each of those agents can handle some part of the problem and eventually solve the bigger problem. So that's the power of multi-agent AI system. All right, and now they can talk to each other, but you may want to define a specific communication protocol between them or the communication hierarchy between them. It's up to us how we want AI systems to behave. So it may not be that agents need to talk to all other agents. Agent may be talking to only one agent or to two agents in the system, but it's all depends on how we want to design that communication hierarchy, right? So, but once they come together, they can perform large level tasks independently. And how do we orchestrate, or how do we decide which agent to be called, and after agent one which next agent to be called? Either we can define it in our software stack itself, or we can have a higher level agent again, one kind of a managerial agent which can decide what tasks should be given to which agent. And that higher level agent, which is a managerial agent, will also have its own intelligence through an LLM, maybe a higher level foundational model, which has a high capability of planning and reasoning. So that managerial agent can delegate tasks to the worker agents and can perform the things. So that's how the agentic system looks like basically. Now let's quickly talk about how we can build it. There are many platforms available today. Some of them are paid, many of them are open source and free. I have been keeping a close track of it. I've been trying some of these, and I have each one of them have their own challenges and plus points. But I would like to say all of these are evolving fast. It's a very new area. It's evolving fast. Every week, every month, there are some new changes, some breaking changes. So don't take them as a mature software right now, but you can definitely try and play with them. Some of them are matured, like AutoGen is from Microsoft. Recently, it reshaped itself, and it is now known as AG2. And there's some fork of AutoGen, I think. So it's kind of in a fluid state right now. I have not tried it recently, but when I tried it earlier, kind of 6 months back, at that time it was not that matured. It was hard to set it up. It was challenging to build something meaningful in this, but it was good for prototyping, but not so simple to use too. CrewEye is another very popular framework, which is open source. It is evolving fast. It was earlier only programmatic software, but now it has some kind of GUI in which you can quickly design the agents and club them together in some kind of workflow. So it's, I think, becoming easier to build agents with GUI. LangChain is basically not a framework for agentic softwares, but it's more of a LLM chains, and it has evolved also. It is one of the most popular library in AI software development, especially for LLMs. And based on the LangChain, there are a couple of other frameworks by the same community, which is LangGraph. So LangGraph is, you can think of it as a specific, as a specialized version of LangChain for AI agentic softwares. So it has its own UI in which you can do a drag and drop design of agentic softwares, design multiple agents, how they interact with each other. You can quickly test it, and also it's good for production. That is what I have heard. Langflow, I have tried it. It's an excellent framework, especially for agentic softwares. And in this, we can quickly develop the workflows, multiple agents, connect them to LLMs, to tools, and to each other, and quickly test things. Again, quite similar to LangGraph in terms of usability. But this is quite extensive. There are many plugins, many workflows, people contribute to it. So you can use workflows from the community also. And this is also, as I said, right, it's a drag and drop, so it's a very easy to use. And then N is another very popular one. I think it has more than 53 stars on GitHub. So it is. I'll show you. You will get impressed if you have not seen it. This is N8N, and in N8N, you can quickly stitch the nodes together to build a workflow. It's not originally developed for AI agents or agentic softwares. It was built for any kind of workflow systems, but they have included AI capabilities into it. Now it says, AI native. So it has some of the nodes which are specific to AI, and it is again a good tool to try out and do prototyping. It has a lot bigger set of tool sets that it supports. So whether you want to integrate with MongoDB or with Gmail or with Cassandra or with any kind of tool, Notion, it has the tool for that. So it is a great tool to do the prototyping, and it's quite popular on GitHub. Then FireData. This is coming up very fast. It's again open source. One of the excellent and simplest agentic softwares. I've been using it recently and I'm really impressed with it. So this is FireData. If you see in FireData, they have agents. They have given example of different kind of agents one can build. So these are just examples. One can build more than these. And let me just quickly share you one example. So in this we have an agent here where we say, okay, there's the name of an agent which is going to do some recipe genie, and then it has some knowledge base where it can remember things. It has some tools, and here are the instructions. Right now, we have not given any LLM here, so I think it is internally taking OpenAI as an LLM. We can define LLM if we want that to be something different. Right, so once I have an agent, then I can simply ask an agent some question. Like, I have potatoes, tomatoes, onions, garlic, and all this. Suggest me a quick recipe for the dinner. And it'll start giving me, it'll start talking to me with the help of these tools and LLMs. Similarly, another example here is, here they are using Gemini in place of OpenAI. So this is a shopping agent. I'm looking for running shoes with the following preferences, and it's going to, I think, do some search on the internet, and yeah, it's using the fire crawl tool. So it's going to do some search on internet and suggest you the relevant products. So this is FireData, excellent framework. Pydantic AI is a new one. It is from the popular Pydantic library. It is quite similar to FireData, and is again, I would say, a good one to try. Agency Swarm, this is also a very popular on GitHub. This is the one, and but it's, I think, more designed for OpenAI, not for other kind of LLMs. I'm not too sure, but yeah, whatever I have read till now, it's more for OpenAI kind of LLMs. And then the last one is Flowwise. So Flowwise is also kind of similar to Langflow or N8N, which is a low code or no code agentic software. Yep. So here, if you can see, right, you can drop different kind of nodes on it, an LLM node, an input output node, some tools. You can connect them fast, and you can make your own workflow, and you can test that in the native chat. So you don't need to deploy it. You can run it on your local machines. It's good for prototyping to test your ideas. But I don't think these are super cool for production where you need the scalability in case your app grows. So for that, still would prefer to have some kind of control over what we are building in terms of code. So maybe in that case, I would prefer something like Crew AI or AutoGen or a PyData, that kind of frameworks. So yeah, this is a quick intro to the AI agents. I hope it's useful, and let me know in case you have any questions. Drop your comments, and I'll be happy to answer those. Once again, Happy New Year to all of you. Have a great year ahead. Take care.